Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Alvin from Spiritual Fire Productions, and I'm right back with another video after a year, almost 2 years since I've been on here. It's been a long time. Today is Saturday, February 17th, and I'm right back with another video that's just talking about some stuff that's been in my spirit. So the title of this video is called Suspecting No Evil Until You See It. Okay. Now, one of my favorite quotes was by this rapper, also, I guess you can call him an inspiring speaker named Kevin Gates. And, some stuff had stood out about me about what he was saying. It just hit my spirit so much. But before I get into the video, I'll just encourage you all, if you're new to my channel and any of you ones that already been on my channel, for you to like, subscribe, also hit the bell for more notifications or new content on my channel. So getting into the message today, I just want to talk about, always suspect evil, but don't suspect it until you see it. Even though you might have a feeling about certain things, and if you're a huge believer in the Lord and you're a huge believer in spirituality, you have to understand everything in the natural in order to get into the spirit, or to understand things in the spiritual realm, you got to understand and getting everything in the natural first. So we live among a lot of different people. I know I've mentioned it before in videos, in the past on here. And, it's just constant reminders. You got to be aware of the people that you entertain. You got to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware of people in general. Okay? Because people come and go in your life as they please. And that doesn't mean that everybody's going to be there for you. Everybody approach you with ill intentions. People will only want to be around you or call you when it best suits them. And this all ties into spirituality, whether if it's with our friends, our relationships, because there's many different type of relationships. It could be with your family, mother and father, your sister and brother, people that you're supposed to be friends with, your guy friends, or your girlfriends, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever relationship you want to talk about. This message and quote pertains to this video. Okay? And you have so many people that claim to be your friends, so many people that claim to be your significant others, and it's always usually the ones who will stab you in the back and stuff the most. And this is why God always says, find out about people first before you get close to them. Find out about people before you start calling them your friends and stuff. Or stop and think about certain things. Once you start seeing how a person moves and how a person acts, the rest is going to come. Because how a person always says that they have a bad feeling about something that's about to happen and whatnot. Listen to what your gut is telling you. Never listen to your heart, because your heart can deceive you, just like your mind can deceive you too. But when you have your intuition, or in biblical terms, in the Bible world, we call it discernment. When you have a strong discernment in the spirit and stuff too, you can pick up. Because like I said, energy is everything. Energy is everything, and especially if you're an empath or you're a very spiritual person, you can pick up stuff good in the spirit. You can pick up when somebody's lying to you, somebody's BSing you around, somebody's trying to do some harm to you, somebody is stabbing you in the back, somebody's doing some type of wrong to you underneath your nose and stuff too. But if you can catch it before it can even begin, the devil and his army is always going to flee every single time. And then you have certain people that think you still supposed to have something to do with them. They have a lot of nerve. I'm like, no. Go to the ones that you thought so highly of. Then the people that you put on a pedestal, then the people that you thought so highly of, but you mean to tell me the people that you think so highly of or thought so highly of, you can't go get $1 from them? You can't go get 50 cents from them? You can't even go get a ride from them? If they supposed to be your ride or die, why you can't go get no help from them? But you'll mess over the ones who was there for you, that had your back, that's still with you thick and thin when everybody else left you hanging, and you go right back to the same people and give them multiple chances versus the ones who had to carry you through your storm. The ones that you stepped over and stuff too, those are the same ones that you had to come back. That's why you got to be very careful about how you treat people. And God does not mess around with his chosen ones. He does not mess around. And that's why I tell people, you got to be very careful. I'm going to tell you a couple stories and stuff too. Before I read that quote about what Kevin Gates said. I've had one particular person that I was in a relationship with. And I know I'm not perfect. I know I've done things, stuff that I'm not proud of, something. But one thing I know for sure that I'm not a liar. I don't deceive people. I don't believe in biting the hand that feeds me, especially if somebody knows they've done some good to me and stuff too. Why would I step over my good things? To me, I'm appreciative of people because I understand at the end of the day what it's like to be hurt, what it's like to be deceived, what it's like to be betrayed so many different times. I've been betrayed so many different times by people. And that's why I can get on here and make these messages and tell you all about it. That's why God says, you have to remove certain people from your life. You have to pay attention to the red flags. Because if you don't, the devil's going to have his way with you every single time. I've had a particular friend. Well, I'm going to say that I was in a relationship with this person. It was one particular moment I was in a relationship with a girl. And it was the one particular moment I was in a relationship with a guy. And you know what? And I still to this day still trying to repent to the Lord about, certain things, because if I had listened, I wouldn't have went through what I went through. But I'm kind of glad I did go through what I go through, because I can get on here and tell everybody else about a lot of this knowledge and stuff that I deal with, So I had this particular guy that I was seeing and this other female that I was supposedly talking to. And this person, everything was all good. Everything was going all fine until they decided that they want to start doing this stuff. But you know what the crazy part was? I knew this stuff was going to happen because I seen it. I called it. You can just feel it when you know that a person is not for you. Okay? You can tell when a person's not going to be around for that long. Because some people only want to come and be in your life when it better suits them. So, with that being said, though, everything's all fine and dandy, and then that's when the deceitfulness and stuff start coming in. That's when the other problems and stuff start coming in. That's when the lying and the betrayal and everything else start coming. So I was like, you know what? Lesson learned. I would never go back to it. Was playing games, was seeing somebody else behind my back, and you know what? And God was already warning me and stuff too. He's like, I told you to leave it alone. To leave it alone. Don't trust everybody. No matter how good you try to see in everybody else, you can't see good in everybody else. So, with this quote that Kevin Gates has said, and I'm going to read it to you real quick. He says, suspect evil in no one until seeing it. When seeing it, forgive it not. For once an enemy can never be a friend. So once you do me in and you give me a reason for me not to trust you anymore, you're going to be considered as my enemy. Even though they say in the Bible, you're supposed to love your enemies, you're supposed to care, you're supposed to do God's work. No, I'm still going to do God's work, but I'm going to remove you from the equation. I'm going to remove myself from the equation, and I'm going to act like you just don't exist. Because once you show me, you can never be my friend. Once you become my enemy, we can never be friends. You can't be trusted. What else you wouldn't do? If you would lie to me and betray me, what else you wouldn't do? That's why God says you gotta have a good discernment and stuff about people. You have to watch people, get to know people first and stuff before you start hooking up in relationship and before you start calling them your friends. No, they considered their enemy until proof get it. And I also use it in some cases, just like Kevin Gates said. And I'm going to use it in my words too. Trust nobody until they can be trusted. Never consider nobody your friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or anything until they can be trusted. Because we living in some end times, and I tell you what, the devil is getting busy every single day. Every chance that he having this way with a lot of us. And if a lot of us don't start waking up and start getting ourselves right and preparing ourselves, we're gonna fall. We're gonna fall right with him. So with all that being said, I thank you all for watching this video. Like and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos. All right, guys. I'll take care.